Going into the a variety with a purpose era of my channel, I thought the perfect first game would be the game that inspired me to do YouTube. I grew up watching Cobra Nami playing the game you're seeing in the background, Sonic Unleashed, and a lot of people did not like the game, and I'm going to make a video in defense of it. And before any of you Sonic people get mad and say, people love Sonic Unleashed, I'm defending the Werehog stages here. For context, you need to understand the full game though, and its history. So, after the tragedy that was Sonic 06, Sega realized we're screwed if we make another bad game. The franchise will die. And, they'd had this before after after CD, they were lost. And thankfully, they released Sonic Adventure to save themselves. And Sonic Adventure 2, which are some amazing stories. There's so many things I could say about that, but that's for another video, some other day, right? As you can see, I'm a big fan of Shadow because he's probably in the background right now, but Sonic Adventure was a series that Sega always looked back on and they were like, right, we can use this if the franchise is cooked. And that is why in Japan, it is called Sonic World Adventure, not Sonic Unleashed. Thankfully, they kind of didn't just go with Sonic Adventure again, and they created something new. They created a new formula for the Sonic series, the Boost formula, which you're seeing in the background. And people have loved that for so long. It is the core of the Sonic franchise up until Frontiers. And for good reason. Sonic is a character about going fast, and there's no other game with that much self-expression and speed. However, what a lot of people dislike about Sonic Unleashed is the Werehog stages. So, for a game about going fast, you get the Werehog stages, because in this game, Sonic is a werewolf, basically, because Dark Gaia, blah blah blah. Basically, you got Evil God, you got Good God. Evil God turned Sonic into a furry. However you want to go about that, I don't really care. I'm talking about the game. And effectively what this led to was, when it became night, Sonic would obviously become a werehog. And this kind of led to a beat 'em up style of the game. It wasn't run fast, it was slow gameplay beat 'em up, where stages could range from 15 minutes to half an hour rather than the 2 to 5 minutes you get on a day stage. And a lot of people didn't like this, obviously. As you can see in the background, it's not as fast as, say, this day stage, where you're running full speed. But I believe it had charm, because for a game about exploring the world, if it went fast, like, if you only played the day stages, you notice this a lot more. There's one day stage per area, right? And that's why they introduced the meadows too, because if you're going only day stages and you're going really fast, you don't take the time to appreciate the world around you. And I feel that's what the night stages are for. You have the same stage you played in the day, just redesigned. And that is what makes Sonic Unleashed so unique, and what makes it so enjoyable. You got a game about going fast, but also taking the time to look around, and taking the time to appreciate the design of the game. And obviously, I just have some kind of basic footage. You got Spagonia, you got the day and night and that, and you got Windmill Island, day, act 2, I believe, because that are 2-day stages. However, I believe this game was amazing, and in defense of it, it came out as a buggy mess, but that's because it was too advanced for the hardware of the time. I'm playing this on Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, and while it does look terrible, that's just because my PC can't handle the full graphics and OBS, so I did have to downscale it. However, it is an amazing game, and Sonic Unleashed Recompiled gave it its spotlight and its time to shine, which I think is amazing. And while this video may be shorter, I think it is a video I need to make, because I want to have a serious side and, my funny side. So obviously there's going to be a mix of that. And this channel is just going to be all things gaming. If I feel a video should be made, I'm going to make it, right? Obviously, subscribe, stick around if you enjoy that. Please like the video. Just, put it into the algorithm, because it helps me a lot. And returning to my point, Sonic Unleashed kind of revolutionized itself with the Werehog stages. Because a lot of the games, bland level design, because realistically, who's going to stop and go slow in a Sonic game? And a load of people have made way better videos on this, which is why I'm not listing off stuff. It is just an aspect I'm talking about. I'm sure I'll have something in the description. If I can't find one, you'll probably find one yourself anyways with a quick search. The beauty of Sonic Unleashed, something along those lines. But this game will forever be one of my favorites because of the expression. You got the Werehog stages if you just want to relax, beat some people up. Come off work, not think, right, I need to remember this, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the day stages for going fast, for people like me who kind of just like, want to run sometimes, I just turn my brain off, try a stage, keep going until I get a better time. And that is something I like to do, and a lot of other people like to do. Sonic Unleashed is the game with the most speedrunning, as a recompiled being released. It was Generations for a long time because of M speed and stuff like that. But Sonic Unleashed, what makes that so different is you have these different kind of blocks and you are rewarded for replaying a stage because you can't get an S rank if you die, right? It's the same in Generations, but Generations didn't really have the kind of effort required to get S rank. Like, I am yet to get S rank in a day stage in Unleashed, and on Generations, basically second try of every stage, S rank. Then I went and did it with Small Sonic, except for one stage, which I'll go back and do in the future. But what I'm trying to get to the point of here is there was difficulty that made it rewarding to replay stages and made it rewarding to replay the game because you have to replay it and you remember parts. You see, oh, there's a rock here, so I need to remember that, keep that in my mind, and you get rewarded because that takes what, 2-3 seconds off your time. And I think every game should have that. A lot of games nowadays appeal to too many people, and I think going back to games being made for passion is what we need to do, because Sonic Unleashed was a game made completely out of passion for the series because they didn't want it to die. And it is the game that really affected my childhood and made me think I want to be a YouTuber. Because I grew up watching Cobra Nami, I grew up watching Blitzwing, I grew up watching a load of YouTubers, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie. A lot of the popular ones, but also the smaller ones that, just did Let's Plays, the Rad Brad, and more. And I think it is so cool to just be able to play a game and put it on the internet and talk to people who enjoy that game as well. And that will forever be something I want to make my job. And it'll be the coolest thing ever. So, yeah, I'm talking about a Sonic game, and I'm nearly a legal adult, but I don't care. And a game like this, it introduces so much expression for someone who really isn't that artistic. You can see by my thumbnails, I cannot envision a good artistic thing. I really suck at thumbnails. It is what holds my channel back so much, and the thumbnail designer is the only thing I'm ever going to hire help-wise in this channel, because I like to make it my own thing. I like to do it myself. But I kind of went off the point there. Sonic Unleashed is a game that rewards you for playing the game. Fortnite has that too with building. There is a skill ceiling there. And skill ceilings are so important in games, because without a skill ceiling, it's just the same bland shit. You get that from Generations. Realistically, the only skill ceiling there is speedrunning, which is M speed, and I have no one to learn that. Whereas when I play Sonic Unleashed, I go back and I'm like, right, I just need to remember a rock here, or to play this better. So I guess my point is, Sonic Unleashed is a game that holds a dear place in my heart. And this video is probably titled A Love Letter to Sonic Unleashed, or something along those lines. But thank you for watching. Obviously, as I said earlier, please do like and, talk about it in the comments below. I'm not becoming a Sonic tuber. I'm not going back to the superhero thing. I'm going to do my own thing, where, insert Miles Morales clip here.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do everything gaming related. I'm a person that enjoys fun and funny stuff, but from time to time, if I think a game is worth talking about, like Spider-Man 2018 or Sonic Unleashed, I am going to talk about it. This channel is all things to do gaming, and it is like my own personal diary. So yeah, I'd love to discuss it with any Sonic fans in the comments below, and appreciate you for watching. I'm sorry if I went off point and you kind of didn't really get what I tried to say. I tried my best to word it, and this is supposed to be me, so I'm not going to edit it to make it seem like I'm an amazing YouTuber. I'm not. I still struggle, but regardless, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and again, thank you for watching. Please do talk with me in the comments below, and goodbye.